Good morning. It is, I just cracked a knuckle. It is Tuesday the 5th of September and it is Steve's birthday. So this morning I slept in with him. Well, that was the plan, but then he couldn't sleep, so I just slept in by myself until 8. That's my sleeping time. And then I've just been hanging out with Steve for a little bit this morning, did my meditation, did some reading. Still reading this one. And now I am getting ready potentially to do YouTube videos. And I say potentially because I'm feeling so much resistance to it today that I don't want to do it, but I am going to. Also, from the last few days of filming, I've realized that I really struggle to wipe in this spot of moisturizer. But yeah, no, I'm going to be filming because I really don't want to give in to that resistance because it always comes up. And if I give in, then I never get stuff done because the resistance doesn't really go away. And last week I was feeling so motivated with YouTube videos and had so many ideas, and today I still have all the same ideas written down, so many that I haven't done, but I'm like, oh my god, like what am I going to say? Let's try the moisturizer. You know, do you ever feel like that where one week you're super excited and the next week you're like, nah, not feeling it? Like I knew it was coming as well, so just because it always comes. So I'm ready. I'm going to try and do less spots everywhere, just a few big ones. So that's where I'm at, and I feel like I do just want to talk about motivation for a bit because I know that so many people struggle to stay motivated, and I think the problem with motivation is that we expect it to be there and we don't know how to act when it's not. So like for these 365 days, I can already tell you I'm not feeling motivated to film them, and it's only day 4. Like what the hell have I gotten myself into? But I'm here because I committed to doing my very, very best, and that is showing up even when I don't feel like it. And I guess with a lot of the things that we rely on motivation for, whether it's healthy eating, working out, reading every day, meditation, all of that, we commit to, or we barely commit. We commit to doing it when we feel motivated. And then we're surprised when we only end up doing it for a few days. And we obviously don't tell ourselves like, yeah, I'm going to do this as long as I feel motivated. But that's what we're essentially saying when we're like, I hope I can eat healthy. I hope I can go to the gym. I'm really going to try. Like, it needs to be a commitment greater than that. Like, no, I'm actually doing it. It's so funny watching these videos too. Just noticing little things I do that I wasn't aware of. Like that I always just go back and put 2 extra spots of foundation on. No idea why. So yeah, I think learning how to do things when you don't feel motivated for me has been the biggest thing I've probably learned in the last couple of years. Like when I used to wake up super early to work on my blog, I didn't feel like it after like a week of doing that, but I kept doing it because I knew that was how I was going to get to where I wanted to go, and I did because I kept showing up. Even when some weeks I was like, I feel like I'm not making any progress, like it's a waste of time, I should just sleep in. Okay, I'm so fake tanned. Woohoo! Powder. So yeah, I just think that motivation, if you can learn how to follow through with your plans when you don't feel motivated, which is essentially just doing things when you don't feel like it and not asking yourself like, oh, do I feel like going to the gym? Like, I don't know, I'll see how I feel, all of that kind of stuff. It's like, no, I'm going. And that's what I'm trying to do with this, or what I am doing. And I also, like just then when I said that's what I'm trying to do and then corrected it, I often say still use the word trying, and whenever I catch myself, I correct it to, that's what I am doing, that's what I'm committed to doing, that's what I will do. Because when you tell yourself you're going to try, it's like, if you're having lunch with a friend and she's like, yeah, I'll try to be there, I'll try to come. And you're like, well, are you coming or not? Because I only want to go if you're actually coming. But we use that language with ourselves all the time. Well, I'm going to speak in first person. I use that language all the time, and I'm just really starting to pick myself up on it when I do it. So yeah, at this point in time, I think the biggest thing for me is just really pushing back against that resistance to not film. And it's funny, I always, when I started my blog, I wanted more people to read it. But then as more people read it, I put pressure on myself to make it, I don't know what I'm saying. Do you know what I mean? It's no one put pressure on me, but I felt more pressure for it to be better. So there's a beauty in that beginning stage where no one's really watching. And when I first started YouTube videos, no one was really watching, and there still aren't that many people watching, but I like to think if all the people who watch this were in a room, it would be a big room. Because on the internet, people are I only have 1,000 followers, and that's still a lot of people. And I think we forget just how many people that is. So I like to try and think of it as people in a room. And yeah, I would probably be quite nervous if all of you watching this were in the same room as me right now. So yeah, anyway, I just wanted to let you know. Oh, I can hear Steve. I put a little sign on the door to say I'm filming, but he might come in. We'll see if he can read it. Anyway, I just wanted to share that I feel the resistance. I feel it all the time. It doesn't get easier as you have more people following you. I think that's a misconception that oh yeah, well, it'd be easy for all these people to make all these videos because they've got so many followers. I feel like it's easier to make videos in a sense when you don't, because you don't feel that pressure. But then at the same time, it's a bit disheartening. And I think the only reason I am where I am today is because I really understood when I started my blog that as long as I could stay consistent, or not even stay consistent, as long as I didn't give up, I definitely wouldn't say I've been consistent. And this is kind of the first time in my blogging life that I am being consistent with things. So it's not even that you have to be consistent, though of course that will help you grow and help more people find you and help more people come back. But I think I just really knew that as long as I didn't give up, I would be able to succeed, because so many people give up. And you might be one of those people who had a blog. Just seeing if that was Steve leaving. Don't leave me. I had a if you might be one of those people who had a blog, posted on it really consistently for 3 weeks, no one was reading it, your motivation wore off, and then you didn't push through that bit that everyone experiences where you're not motivated and you're not getting a result. And I think I just listened to that many podcast interviews of business owners, people with online businesses and blogs, that I knew that, what am I doing to this eyebrow? I knew that as long as I persisted, that everyone had that stage that it was normal. I had months and months and months and months and months where no one read my blog, but I still turned up and kept writing. And I guess as well, that's when people are saying you have to love the topic you're writing about. I don't think it's that you can't make money from writing about a topic you don't love, but that if you're doing your own thing, it's going to be so hard to push through that period where you're not motivated and no one's reading, that unless you love what you're writing about, you're going to give up. And I just really encourage you, if you have started a blog and given up on it because you were discouraged that no one was reading it, that's part of the process. And you can always go back and pick it back up. Oh, Steve just messaged me. Going to the gym. You can always pick it back up. I sometimes went for months without posting on my blog, but I never gave up on it. I just had periods in time where I was really, like, I just have these self-doubt freakouts where I'm like, what the hell am I doing? But I never gave up on it completely. And I think, I don't really know what I'm saying, but I'm just really trying to encourage you that staying in the game is one of the most important things there is. And if you can stay in the game, no matter how messy or disheartening or discouraging it feels, you will most likely make it. And as long as you keep iterating and improving, like sorry, I feel very distracted today, but so I am today. Oh, I don't know if I'm gonna if I'm gonna do my winged eyeliner on this video, because it was very, very hard to do yesterday and it ended up not looking great. So I think I might just leave that for after, but I'll do some mascara. So yeah, I think applying what I've just said to what I'm currently doing, I know that even though my YouTube channel is still in the early days, I'm patient and I'm not expecting 1 million followers, subscribers to come at once. And I know that all I need to focus on is showing up and doing that as often as I can and in the most honest way that I can, and trusting that the results that I want will come from that, but also knowing that the process is all there is. And often, like with reaching numbers, as soon as you hit a number, you're already focused on the next number, so it's not even really that satisfying. So yeah, I think, I don't know, I'm just talking about what I'm thinking about, but knowing that the process is all there is, and to be patient and to not expect something that I haven't worked for yet, because all those people with 1 million subscribers have made more videos than me, have showed up more times than I have. And even if they hadn't, like, everyone's different. And I just think, like, you just have to be so patient. We all want everything now. And I think it's because there's a few people, when you think about it, it's not even that many people that have really just shot to the top. No one's an overnight success. If you listen to any interviews with those people, you'll hear about the years and years that they were working away behind the scenes. So there's no such thing. But yeah, I think just kind of knowing that all you need to do is show up, keep learning. Like with YouTube, I had already figured out how to write a blog post. I definitely could improve, but I was at a point where I wasn't really learning anything that new, because I already knew how to do everything to a certain level, and I really just wanted to do YouTube so I could learn something new, so I could learn editing. Also, it's fun talking about stuff, and thanks to like Snapchat and Insta stories, I've kind of realized that I like it. One of my friends the other day was reminding me that I was like, I'm never going to be on YouTube. Just because I had so much self-doubt. Like, I was like, why would anyone ever want to watch me, I was comparing myself to all the people that were already at the top. One thing I love doing is comparing myself to people who are to the people at the top, but to them when they were where I am. So I go back and look at their really old videos and that kind of thing. I'm like, it's always good just to have that little reminder that, everyone has that beginning stage. And this is what this is. I know this is going to change so much over the next year. And I'm excited for that, but I'm also not in a rush. Like, I'm excited to be here in the beginning stage too. And yeah, so that's what I've been thinking about today. As I said, I'm going to be filming some videos, even though I'm not in the mood, because I can just feel that resistance and doubt being like, well, what am I going to talk about? I feel like I don't have anything interesting to say. So, got to fight that. But if I didn't fight that, then I wouldn't show up half the time. So, I'm going to be fighting. But yeah, so I'm thinking about today, and also still trying to be more productive just by first building awareness around where my time's going, what things are adding value, what things are probably busy work, putting things in a process so I'm not double handling things. I know if you haven't got a blog or a YouTube channel, this might not sound like it's relevant, but I feel like productivity is something that's relevant for everyone. My hair's just shitting me off. I curled it before, but lately, like when I brush it, let's see if it does it. Oh no. You maybe can see. It's just like so static. I can't get my... Can you see that? Anyway. Yeah, I don't know. At this point, I'm feeling a lot of resistance to this 365 days. And it's day 4. So that's why I think this will be so interesting. And after a few weeks, like, I'm not going to be talking about the beginning stage forever, because there'll be heaps of different stages. And yeah. So that's all I'm doing today, just some YouTube videos, and I'm going to work I leave home at about 3 o'clock, so can't take the time because it's on my phone, but I think it's around 10 a.m. now, so I'm just going to try and film 2 or 3 videos. I am going to film. I say the word try way too much, but I always try to correct it. I always correct it. No, I don't always correct it. I always correct it when I notice it. So yeah, that's all I'm doing today. Still using my little calendar thing behind me, but trying to figure out, oh my god, the word try. But I'm figuring out how to best use it so that I can stay on track, and having, instead of the to-do, to put the goal. So instead of filming videos, which is what I originally had, changing it to filming 2 videos, or having 2 videos finished filming, or I don't know. Oh, it's going to be so interesting. And yeah, thanks for watching. Me rambling on. I'm not sure. I'm still figuring out, in terms of a daily personal development practice, exactly what I want to be doing. But as I was saying the other day, I'm focusing on increasing my productivity and decreasing distractions so that I can slot in more time for reading, instead of trying to fit more time in while I'm still not being as productive as I can be, because I'm not as focused as I could be. I'm focusing on getting more focused and then adding that in, because if I just try to add that in now, then I feel like it's going to be taking away the time that I can spend with Steve at night and all of that. So I'm really just focused on being productive and fighting the resistance, because if I feel resistance to film, oh my god, my nose, I'm so sorry, it's so not attractive. If I feel resistance to filming a YouTube video, then I start to procrastinate. I really fluff around in the setting up and the planning. So I just want to like literally sit down now, plan 3 videos and then film them. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Also, I noticed that the editing time is so much longer when I know that I'm going to edit the video, because if I mess something up, I just repeat it again and again. Whereas when I used to not edit, well, it was easy because I didn't edit, but I wouldn't repeat things. And I think even though I don't like stumbling over my words, it adds a certain realness, and because it is really how I would speak. So I'm going to be filming today as if I'm not editing, and then if I need to cut out a whole little bit that doesn't make sense, then I will, but I just want to get out of the habit of thinking that I'll edit it. And if you have been wanting to film YouTube videos and you've tried, but it just was too hard or took you too long to film, try doing it without editing it. I know for most people they're like, there's no way I could do that, but I'm the same as you. I have all the same doubts. When I watch myself back, I'm like, what am I doing? But I think just showing up has so much value. So going to be back tomorrow. I'll be talking about something different for sure. What's tomorrow? Wednesday. So yeah, thanks for watching. Bye.